يا كل هالعالم في دار تختصر عالم، وقال بوصفها العالم دبي كوكب آخر، دبي كوكب آخر. على كثر المدى والضي في حضرة حسنها الساحر، لكم يا ضيوف دار الحي سلاما يشرح الخاطر. على كثر المدى والضي في حضرة حسنها الساحر، لكم يا ضيوف دار الحي سلاما يشرح الخاطر. هلا يا كل هالعالم في دار تختصر عالم، وقال بوصفها العالم دبي كوكب آخر. بها القلوب تتفيا ومن هالليل يتضيا، لأنها دانت الدنيا وعشق ما له آخر.
My name is Sameer Yogesh Sagar. My father's name is Yogesh Sagar.
MashaAllah.
I was born in Bahrain and always been into a jewelry business family. So we've been generations of jewelers basically. Like we've been a family of jewelers. And it runs in our family since I don't know when, but obviously from the beginning itself. And from the process of business had started in Bahrain by manufacturing by my great-grandfather. He had come down to Bahrain in 1944. And at that time there were no air flights and all.
Yes.
He came by ship. Yeah, and it was not easy. It was a lot tough for him because he did not have too much of money or financial support with him at that time. So he worked really hard. He built a small jewelry workshop for manufacturing, and then from slowly from manufacturing they expanded into retail as well. After that my grandfather came into the business. They expanded the factory, and then later on my father came into the business and they expanded into retail stores. And then over a period of say around 10 to 15 years, they expanded the retail stores in Bahrain, like around 4 to 5 retail stores at that point in time. And then they looked at an expansion of basically like UAE, like they targeted like we should move to different countries in GCC. So slowly they started moving to GCC in UAE basically. So my father was the first one to travel out of Bahrain to UAE, and we established our first store in Abu Dhabi in 2002. 2002, yes. And we ran it for almost 3 years, and then we shifted to Dubai, more or less around 2005, 2004. And then ever since we have been in Dubai. I had my education done partly in Bahrain, like almost from till 10th grade I was in Bahrain, then shifted to Abu Dhabi for 2 years. So I did my 12th grade in Abu Dhabi, and then I have done my BBA in Dubai at Al Ghurair University. And after that I joined my family business. Actually my dad proposed that I should join my family business and learn the traits of business basically. So after I came in, there was no way going out. So once you join the business, you get involved into the business. So that is what happened with me. I've been into the business for almost 15 years now. Well, I have seen the jewelry business grow a lot. It's totally changed. Earlier in the days, I've heard from my parents, like my father and my grandfather, that it used to be an entire market of only gold jewelry basically, like mostly for Arabs and mostly for Indians. But slowly over the period of like say last 15-20 years, it has diversified more and more basically into 18 karat jewelry, diamond jewelry, a lot of pearl jewelry as well, and watches as well. In the last few years, like last 5-7 years, even watches have made a big impact on people's minds, and a lot of people are craving watches as well nowadays, like big branded watches. So yes, this market has diversified into many different areas as of the last few years, if you can see. Well, the first branch was taken up in 2002, 2003, and ever since we've started with 18 karat and diamond jewelry. That is what we've been into, because we wanted to diversify ourselves. In Bahrain, we used to deal with 21 karat gold, so we wanted to diversify over here because this market was mainly for tourists. And at that point in time, there were more European tourists coming into Dubai. They still do, but yes, the majority of that at that time was Europeans, basically from Europe, from UK, Russia, Germany. So we preferred to diversify into 18 karat and diamond jewelry. And ever since, we have been stuck to the foreigners, because obviously you get more margin out of the business, and plus it's like meeting different nationalities as well, and you get to know more different cultures as well. You get to know more people. In jewelries, we deal mostly with 18 karat and diamond jewelries. Like we have diamond rings. The biggest collection we would have is diamond rings for ladies, for men's, then diamond earrings, diamond necklaces, bracelets, then even 18 karat gold necklaces, chains, bracelets, 18 karat pendants, rings, earrings for ladies. And 18 karat jewelry, you will find more modern jewelry, not the classic contemporary style. Like it will be more modern. We specialize in 18 karat jewelry and mainly Italian manufactured jewelry, not the local manufactured. So the finish of the jewelry that we have is a lot more higher quality compared to the local manufactured goods. We bring our goods from Turkey, Italy, Hong Kong. So the goods, you'll see the fit and finish, the final fit and finish of the goods or the jewelry basically at a lot more higher standard compared to the goods which are manufactured locally or from India. I see a lot of promise in this business. Obviously, it has evolved a lot. It has actually, if you see, there are many stores nowadays in the market. So you have to get yourself a new identity basically. You have to keep yourself different from the crowd. Only then people would come down to your store. So obviously branding is another thing which will make you a different looking company from rest of the companies. Branding is one, and then the kind of products that you have in your store, that also depends. After COVID-19, this year, from December onwards, people have started to come in basically into Dubai, and even it is all thanks to the UAE government that they have followed the protocols and made sure that the number of cases, COVID cases, don't rise so much that they have to, shut down the travel and everything. So it is all because of the UAE government efforts and the leaders' efforts that they have managed to keep the cases down and managed for people to travel to UAE to have a good time and to enjoy their vacations. So because of that, the businesses have picked up from December onwards, and even the March was good considering it was the last month of the expo. There was a huge number of footfall during the month of March, and inshallah after expo as well, we are hoping that the business will keep growing as well. Well, the biggest support has always been from the family, because I've been into a jeweler family, so obviously. But secondly, I would like to thank the people in the UAE, not just the leaders, all the leaders definitely, but even the people living here in the UAE, they are all very friendly, all the nationalities, I would say. The locals, the Emiratis basically, Indians, Syrians, Pakistanis, any nationality you call, they are very friendly here, and they live in harmony here. It's thanks to everyone, I would say, all the UAE nationals and all the residents of UAE. Biggest thing is the safety and security for all the people living here. It is very safe over here for all the nationalities, not just any particular nationality. And like, you are free to do whatever you want to do, any kind of business you want to operate. You can decide whatever you want to do, and there is no one stopping you to do that. So that's the basically like giving freedom to people, whatever they want to do. So that's the best option the UAE leaders have given to everyone. It's like freedom for whatever you want to do and whatever you want to follow. So there are no restrictions of any sorts.
هلا يا كل هالعالم، في دار تختصر عالم، وقال بوصفها العالم دبي كوكب آخر، دبي كوكب آخر. على كثر المدى والضي في حضرة حسنها الساحر، لكم يا ضيوف دار الحي سلاما يشرح الخاطر. على كثر المدى والضي في حضرة حسنها الساحر، لكم يا ضيوف دار الحي سلاما يشرح الخاطر. هلا يا